Hey partners, let me tell you something. We got something brand new this time. It's unlike the way we've done it in the past. Now, some of our earlier reports this time around, I'm going to give you the name of our honoree right up the front, and then you won't have to worry and wait for it. His name was Richard Hollingshead, Hollingshead. He created a concept that's safe to say revolutionized the dating habits of young Americans. The dating habits, yeah, but no one today remembers his name. It's an odd kind of name, Richard Hollingshead, Hollingshead, Richard Hollingshead. So, for much of this report, I'm going to just simply call our honoree Mr. H. The invention for which Mr. H should be better remembered was first introduced to the public on the evening of June the 6th, 1933. Yes, the evening had begun with a string of automobiles making their way out of the old Crescent Highway outside of Camden, New Jersey. Everyone was eager to see what Mr. H had created, naturally, and there had been reports of it in local newspapers for weeks, and so now everybody wanted to see what Mr. H had come up with. This is really a sight for some of us old guys will remember it. Our honoree had worked years on his idea. His biggest obstacle was finding an unused space near Camden that was big enough to house his creation. Then he spent months on a bulldozer shaping the soil, making ramps and terraces. It was a lot of work, and Mr. H had to work through a long and very cold winter to bring his idea to life. People were so eager to see what Mr. H had created that they paid 25 cents each just to drive through the gates of the enterprise. Paying 25 cents just to see what he'd come up with. Well, it was ready. Mr. H told the crowd that he wanted to wait till it got dark before the full effect had really created what he'd come up with would be seen. So suddenly at 8:11 p.m., the night of June 6, 1933, the hundreds of people who had driven through the gates and were sitting in their cars, sitting in their cars, saw a flicker of light. Then on a big screen in front of them, a Hollywood movie was projected. Yes, partners, you see, Mr. H, Richard Hollingshead, had created, or invented that is. Are you ready? The drive-in movie theater. Yes, he patented his idea, and suddenly the new drive-ins were springing up everywhere. Drive-in theaters. The largest would be built on 28 acres of land and have a full-size restaurant. Can you imagine this? The drive-in theater became a part of American culture. I remember it so well in my age. Sadly today, there are just a little over 400 drive-in theaters left. But once there was only one. It was the brainchild of a man who got the idea because his mother had problems sitting in the theater seats at the movies. One day she told her son, Richard, I think it would be more comfortable sitting in the car than sitting at the movies. Imagine saying that to her son. And the rest is history. Let's say his name again. His name was Richard Hollingshead, Hollingshead, the man who invented the drive-in movie theater. Yes, partners, you know the drill. Click the big red X up at the right, and then you'll be immediately swished right back here to the report page. Man alive. I love you guys. You know that. I love you so much. Go get 'em, Tigers!